What is going on, guys? Jim here with a video today, and in today's video, as you see in the title, as you see in the thumbnail, I'm going to be going over my whole PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 collection. This collection is literally over 100 games, so obviously if I talk about the games too much, we could be here for the length of a Star Wars movie or Star Trek movie, or any movie, really. So, all joking aside here, guys, 120 something games. Let's go through them, briefly talk about them, and let's just get started. Before we get started, guys, I have played a good amount of these games, and I have not played a good amount of these games. So let me know in the comment section below what games that you see today that I should play next. Maybe I'll stream them. Maybe I'll do some gameplay. Maybe I'll do some boss battles. Who knows? So let me know. Alright, first game on this list, we have Ratchet and Clank, the 2016 version. I'm pretty sure it's not 2015. It's one of the two. This game's pretty good. It was free on Plus recently, so if you missed it, well, it wasn't recently, but it's a great game. It definitely isn't the best Ratchet and Clank in the series. Definitely, everyone's played this game. It's an exclusive, as you see right here, and I beat it. I actually beat this game. Don't remember too much about it. The last boss fight was epic. That's all I can remember, because it's not the best one, but it's not bad. Number 2, we have Batman Telltale the Enemy Within. Okay, this is, if you're an animated series fan, you're going to love this game. This game, I have both of them, by the way, just letting you know. Spoiler alert. But this game's amazing. I love the animated series. I grew up on the animated series. It's got all kinds of twists and turns, choice making. And if you love Batman, you love the animated series, and you love choice making like Walking Dead stuff, this is for you. This game, physical may be harder to get now, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you played this one. This one, it's a good one. And I platinumed it, which is nothing to say, because it's easy. It's literally just play the game platinum. Alright, up next is a game that I think is the opposite of Batman Telltale Enemy Within when it comes to a platinum. And the gameplay obviously is the opposite. It is one of the hardest 100% you could probably get that I know of. And this is Batman Arkham Knight. This is Steelbook edition. I have all the DLC with this. I love Arkham Knight. Yes, the tanks, the twisted metal tank crap is bizarre. I don't like that stuff either. I do love the Batmobile. I do love the boss fights in the game. Actually, the boss fights have tanks in them. What am I talking about? I feel like I'm playing Twisted Metal 24/7. But nonetheless, there is some good stuff in this game. The story's great. The mission variety actually is great. Besides that, the combat is top tier. The thing that really makes this game big after you play it is the DLC and the challenge maps. Challenge maps do not disappoint. But if you are someone that gets aggravated at a game with hard difficulty, do not go for the 100% on the challenge maps, the community challenge pack. I did it. It was a nightmare. I literally was listening to Kingdom Hearts music while doing it, blasting in my ear, trying to ignore the over and over talk about repetitive nature of the enemies I was fighting to get that trophy. But seriously, there's so many hard trophies in this game. Stay tuned. I might make a hard trophy list video. Alright, so there you go. Arkham Knight. 100%. Up next is Return to Arkham, another pretty difficult platinum. This one's actually a harder platinum itself. This comes with Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, the complete versions. They're kind of ported, they're remastered, kind of. I wouldn't say they're the greatest ports. It comes with 2 games. I think these are the best in the series. Obviously, these are way better than Arkham Knight's gameplay, or the mission variety and the boss fights. These two take a crap on it, if you want to say. And these 2 games are by far the more animated series approach, in my opinion. More villains. I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't played these games, but this 100% is kind of difficult, honestly. You have to do the challenge maps with Robin, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn. I think the hardest is, honestly, Catwoman or Robin. I'm pretty sure that's what the entails for 100%. But the platinum itself is difficult. It's a very difficult platinum, and it has to do with the challenge maps. I'll make a video about platinums. I'm going too far ahead of myself, so there you go. 100%. Next is Last of Us Remastered. This game needs an introduction. I beat this game. The only problem with this game is I probably won't go back to this version because Last of Us Part 1 Remaster, if you want to call it that, it's coming out pretty soon. Can't wait for that. I'm a big Last of Us fan. Still think Uncharted's better, but I think they're trying to do a cash grab with this next one, but of course I'm falling for it because it's a PlayStation exclusive. But alright, so Last of Us, great game. Yeah, what more can I say? Any platinum it. I actually got the hardest trophies though, but we're gonna talk about that in a different video. Up next we have Kingdom Hearts 3. Now I can rant about this game all day long. This is the collector's edition, we'll call it that. besides that D23 whatever website thing, Square Enix thing, where it comes with statues. It's like $500. No, not that. This is the Steelbook edition. I love Kingdom Hearts 3 for a lot of reasons, and I don't like Kingdom Hearts 3 for a lot of reasons. And I think it has to do with how much they did with the end of the game, rushing it. And I think also has to do with some of the worlds that weren't the greatest compared to the other games. Also, the story is good, but not perfect. But probably because Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are the best ones in the series, in my opinion. A lot of people will tell you the same. I don't hate Kingdom Hearts 3. I love it. Did platinum it. I didn't 100% yet. I did not go back to the actual data fights. And that's been bothering me to go back to it for a while now. So stay tuned. I'm going to make some gameplay on that. Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't even played Critical yet. I was complaining about this game being too easy. And yet haven't played Critical yet. Go figure. Okay. Up next is Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I actually have a bunch of these Kingdom Hearts collections because I'm a Kingdom Hearts fanboy, honestly. I've platinumed every single Kingdom Hearts game. Let's just get that out of the way. Birth by Sleep is definitely the most difficult one. Kingdom Hearts 2, 1. Chain of Memories is broken, obviously. There's so many different Kingdom Hearts games that I personally think are better than 3. So here's the complete version of all the Kingdom Hearts games. Platinum this whole collection. We're going to talk about that in a different video. But this is a great collection. I love it. And my favorite game. Seriously, you're going to see on the channel. Get ready for it. And up next we have Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. Oh boy. I beat these 2 games on PS4. Love them. Have I played on PS5 yet? No. I need to start playing more games. That's why I've been focusing more on this gaming channel, because I want to get back into gaming. I want to get back into the YouTube aspect of gaming. I did a little brief thing with YouTube and gaming on my other channel, which is right here in the description below, but I turned into a Pokemon channel, and I can't really turn that back now. So we're going to start here. We're going to start around 100 subs, which we're at. We actually growing pretty quickly, which is awesome, but that doesn't have anything to do with this video. But this Uncharted collection is going to be something I'm going to be playing on this channel. Also, I love Uncharted. It's one of the best series, so that's that. Up next is Assassin's Creed Unity. Probably one of the worst Assassin's Creeds in the series due to the bugs and glitches. It has a terrible story. My bad. Not a good story at all. It has great mission variety, though. I actually like the mission variety in this game, but that's about it with that one. Ukulele. It's like a Banjo-Kazooie. I wouldn't say rip-off. It definitely isn't a bad game. That's all you hear, but that's how Banjo-Kazooie was. Anyways, but Ukulele, definitely a unique game, I guess you could say. I still think the next one's better, but I have a digital, so. Up next, we have the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Platinum all 3 of these games. Not going to get too deep into that because we're going to make a video about platinum games and which ones are the hardest and stuff. We're just going to talk about this real quick. 3 is the best, in my opinion. 2 is very close. 1, definitely the weakest, but still a great collection. If you haven't played Nathan Drake collection, pick it up. Or Elena Fisher's going to come after you. Just joking. Okay. Up next, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Gold Edition. Shadow of the Tomb Raider Gold Edition is probably one of the weirdest steelbooks I've ever seen. It was plain, but is the game great? The game is great, and I love it. A lot of people do not like this one because it's less gunfire and less combat. Tomb Raider has not been about that this whole series. Tomb Raider started, obviously started as like a horror game, but Tomb Raider is all about tomb raiding. Tomb raiding. You get it. But Tomb Raider is a great series, and this one nonetheless is amazing. Has a lot more puzzles. The boss fights in this game, I don't remember. I think there's like 2 maybe. I'm not gonna get into that too much. But the highlight of this game, story is great. Love the tomb raiding aspect, and haven't played the DLC yet, and I heard that's really fun. I did, however, platinum the other one, Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is not. It's digital, but I did platinum that one, and that is very difficult. Up next is Watchdogs. Watchdogs got a lot of hate when it first came out. It's not a bad game, honestly. It's not as good as they say it is, but Watchdogs, right here, did beat this game. It's pretty good. Up next is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Not into rhythm games too much. Rhythm games are not my thing, but this actually is a fun rhythm game. I actually did platinum this. You'll find out I platinumed every Kingdom Hearts game because I don't care if it's card games. I don't care if it's rhythm. I don't even care if it's a sports game. Well, the sports game Birth by Sleep is terrible, but you get the point. I really love this game. This really is a game you can play if you love rhythm games. The music, it's all in it. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is a hidden gem. Up next is Assassin's Creed Origins Gold Edition. This is the last Assassin's Creed game I think I played. This is ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. I beat this game. Great game. Great story's pretty good. Mission variety's pretty good. It's not the best Assassin's Creed in the series. I do like the setting in Egypt. I haven't played the DLC. Go figure. Of course I haven't, but maybe I'll play it soon. Up next is LEGO Dimensions. LEGO Dimensions is a game that really fell under the radar for a lot of people. It's out of print now. I would say it's great. It's better than Skylanders and Disney Infinity, in my opinion, because they kind of go head-to-head with each other back then. LEGO Dimensions is one of the best. Seriously. You got Simpsons, Beetlejuice. You got Scooby-Doo. Up next, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. I love The Witcher. The Witcher is one of the best RPGs. Skyrim, move over. The Witcher is the best one. Story, mission variety, boss fights. It's all great. Not the strongest boss fights compared to the story and RPG elements, but it's great. But I haven't played the DLC yet. After 5 years, I have not played the DLC. That's got to change. Blood and Wine, and I think it's Hearts of Stone. Wow. It's got to happen. Okay, up next is Dreams. Yep, this has not been opened yet. You can see it. Not opened. Up next is Deathloop. Deathloop, I tried a little bit of this game out, and this game reminds me of Dishonored, and I love Dishonored. I need to play this ASAP. This is one of the coolest time loop games I've ever seen from when I played, and it looks amazing. It's got humor to it, which is hard to find in games, unless it's forced, which is a lot of games. This game actually is something I want to play, and pretty soon. Up next, we have Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Like I said, guys, these are all out of order, all different consoles. You're going to see a lot of mysteries in here, probably. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. I made this one of the games that you should get on sale right now, along with Arkham and all the other games. If you haven't seen that video in the description below. But this is one of the PSN sale games this week, and this is a fun game. 120 hertz if you have the TV. Definitely haven't beaten it yet, and definitely probably not better than PC, but it's still great. Up next is Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. I've not played the DLC, so I'm not going to be able to say too much about this, but I did beat the game a long time ago, and I like it, but it's not the best game like everyone claims it to be. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not even saying it's a horrible game. I like Horizon a lot, actually. It's a great game, but it's not the top-tier game like everybody else, reviewers and everybody else is saying it was. But I hear the next one's great, which I haven't even opened yet. Well, I opened up to take the Steelbook out. That's a problem. I know. I need to play that. Up next is Demon's Souls. It's Demon's Souls. Say that 15 times so I'm messing up. Love Dark Souls. I platinumed a few of them, and I actually love Dark Souls. I've barely played this, and that's a problem. This is going to happen soon. Demon's Souls is a really good-looking game, and it really plays well. I got to like the third boss fight. I actually have played it, but I haven't played enough of it. Speaking of games I need to play, I will tell you straight up right now, I have beaten Persona 5, one of the best RPGs, got me into turn-based RPGs, and this game is probably next on my list to play. Persona 5 Royal. Look at this amazing steelbook. This game, I need to play like ASAP, like T.I. song, ASAP, ASAP. For real, I need to play it real soon. This is a must. I can't say anymore. Okay. Up next is Injustice 2. This is the Legendary Edition, or the Collector's Edition I bought when it first came out. This is one of the best fighting games of all time. It also is on sale on the PSN store. I would definitely pick this up. The Ninja Turtles are DLC. It's got Mr. Freeze as an unlockable character from turning someone into change. I'm not gonna spoil. You can change one of the characters into him. It's got Joker, probably one of the weirdest ones. Harley Quinn. It's got Poison Ivy. It's got so many Batman villains, and the combat's great. There's no blood in it. Yeah, because it's not Mortal Kombat. That's what differs them. But I did 100% this. 100% is not the problem. The problem is actually platinum this game due to the luck-based catcall trophy. And I would say some of the online stuff was pretty difficult too. So that might not be the luck part, but the other part is. Great game though. Up next is Far Cry 5. Platinum this game, 100% this game. No, I did not 100% this game. I platinumed it. Far Cry 5 is one of the most underrated Far Cry games in the series. Great story. Pretty cool boss fights. Some are a little weird. Mission variety is hit or miss. And I would say if you like Far Cry, definitely play this. Speaking of Far Cry, which I haven't found on this pile yet, I haven't played 6 too much yet. It's a problem. You need to play it. Alright, up next is Riders Republic. This game is, it's died pretty quickly, and I wasn't surprised. I got this for like 30 or something, like Black Friday when it first came out. It's not a bad game. I do enjoy the snowboarding, but it does make me want to see an SSX remake on PS5 or Series X more than this. This right here is mediocre at best. Up next is Wizards Enhanced Edition VR. Yes, we have virtual reality, and yes, I'm a big enthusiast when it comes to PSVR. I cannot wait for PSVR 2. Hands down, going to be one of the biggest things you're going to hear on this channel as well. This is from when I played one of the most broken games to set up a tracking when you play this game. I don't know if it's the space, but I've tried everything. And let me know in the comment section below if it's what you see. I did, however, see it on Oculus. Maybe I'll pick it up on Oculus. I doubt it. But this is one of the games that does not fit this room for some reason. Up next is Star Wars Battlefront 2. This was free. I bought it for some reason when it was free. Wasn't thinking. Yeah, probably made a big mistake buying this. But has a story. Haven't played it yet. It definitely has the cool challenge maps. Not into the online as much as I was back then with the other games. But nonetheless, Star Wars. Let's see. Up next we have Golem. You know, the Pokemon. Of course, I'm talking about Pokemon already. That's a problem. Okay, Golem. Haven't played it. Probably because I was too busy collecting golems in Pokemon. Even though I don't really collect golems. But I haven't played it. Seriously. Up next is Little Nightmares 2. We just picked this one up on sale about 3 months ago. Yeah, it's not really recently, but haven't played this one yet. Nicole likes Little Nightmares 1, though, because it reminds her of Nightmare for Christmas and like a platformer. Up next is Crash. It's About Time. Okay. Before we continue, I've platinumed Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, Crash Team Racing, and I have not even attempted this. Let me tell you, when I attempt this, there's going to be broken controllers probably. No, seriously, I'm just joking. This is one of the hardest platinums I've ever seen. I thought 1 was bad. This, with all the twisting, turning in the game, and shooting projectiles and rushing through the levels with the hard platinum relics, this is going to be a nightmare. If you want to see this, let me know. I'll make videos. Somehow, some way. I will be uploading Crash content I've had in the past. Stay tuned to that as well. But Crash 4, I did beat the game. It's an excellent game. It's one of the best. It's not better than the classic stuff, but it's one of the best. Alright, up next is God of War 3 Remastered. This is actually a really good game. God of War 3 definitely is different from the new God of War and Ragnarok, obviously. But this is the classic God of War. Everyone loves God of War. I beat this one. Speaking of God of War, here is the one that is this prequel to the next one coming out in November, I'm pretty sure. Can't wait. God of War. Love this game. Story, not the strongest, I would say, but the boss fights, the combat, the puzzles, everything else is perfect. Like, I love this game. It's a great game. I need to platinum it, though. I should have done that by now. Up next is a game I'm dying to play, and I should have played this. This is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'm dying to play this game. This is one of the games on my list to play with Persona 5 Royal. This looks like Turtles in Time style Ratchet and Clank. I'm not saying it's even close to that. Speaking of Turtles in Time, I can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. The Ninja Turtles. Okay, back to this. No more voice impressions, guys. Okay, this, I gotta play. Up next is Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. This is the Royal Edition they call Final Fantasy 15 disaster launch of a game. Beat it when it first came out. Chapter 13 was one of the most horrible aspects of a game I've ever seen. If you ever know what Chapter 13 is, Chapter 13 is a joke. I do not like it. But this game actually fixed it. They added all new boss fights. They added different levels to it. They added different DLCs. I have the Arden DLC. He's a good villain, by the way. I need to go back and actually play the Royal Edition, and there's no excuse because this has been out for quite some time now. Up next is one of my favorite games I played on PS5, Hitman. Hitman 3, I love the Hitman series. Hitman Blood Money got me into Hitman. Hitman 1 was great, Hitman 2 was great, but Hitman 3, you can take Hitman 1 and 2 and bring it to this game if you own them digitally, which they were free on Plus, so I'm sure you probably know what I'm talking about. They go to this game, you play all the Hitmans, and the style of Hitman 3, great levels. You got Dubai, you got so many levels, England, you got some style like, I'm not going to spoil it, this game's amazing. They added a free level. Speaking of that, I will be definitely trying to upload some gameplay of that this week. I cannot wait for that Hitman level. I need to return to this to do some of the challenges and play it, and I'm going to platinum this game, because actually it's platinum now. But I definitely beat Hitman 1, 2, and 3 on PS5, so that's a good thing. Alright, CTR. Woo! One of the best racing games of all time besides Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. This is one of the best racing games, and I'm hearing from everyone that this is one of the most infuriating platinums there is on the Crash series, or even just any racing game when it comes to skill. Yes, the Oxide races are a nightmare. I might actually do the platinum again to make a guide about this game. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see that. This will definitely be a hard thing to do because I haven't played this in years, but CTR Platinumed it, one of the hardest platinums by far that I've done, and it definitely has to do with the Oxide races. Speaking of Oxide races, Dragon Mines, you are a son of a... Okay, up next is Crash Insane Trilogy. Like I said, I platinumed all 3 of these. I love Crash, grew up on Crash, grew up in the 90s, love Crash. Crash is one of the best games series of all time. If you haven't played Crash, you're living under a rock for real. Crash is amazing. And up next is South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Now I'm going to do an impression real quick because I see the guy on the cover. Ski guys, get me home! I haven't done any of these impressions in a while, but I love the South Park series. I have not played this game yet. This is an issue. A real issue, because I love South Park. So, that's that. Up next is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition. I love this game for one reason only. The VR. I haven't really played many Resident Evil games since I was a kid, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is a different type of game. I love it. It's so good in VR. It's atmospherical. It's scary. It's got so much jump scares. It's got some pretty cool, crafty boss fights in VR. If you haven't played this in VR, it's probably the best way to play it. But nonetheless, it is on sale this week, and it's part of the PSN video I made. Alright, up next is Monster Hunter Iceborn. This is the complete version, I would say, but I haven't seen too much of this game. Nicole's played this more. Monster Hunter Iceborn. I need to go play it. This is the complete version. Up next is Ni no Kuni 1. This is, I would say, Revenant Kingdom Remastered. This one I played first on PlayStation Now when I first played it. I only had that for a very little amount of time because it wasn't worth it. But PlayStation Now had this game, and it felt like Kingdom Hearts with the Disney aspect to it. There's Kingdom Hearts once again, guys. I just mentioned it again. Between that and Pokemon, I don't know what's worse. No, seriously. I love this game. From the combat aspect to the story, the charm of it. I've not played a lot of it. I did get through 3 or 4 of the hours of the game. It's fun, but I need to play it on PS4 for real. Up next is Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. This is the only Dishonored game I've not played in the series, so I can't go too much into this one. Dishonored, Death of the Outsider is the DLC to Dishonored 2, which is somewhere in this pile. Up next is probably another VR game I would highly recommend if you haven't played this, and this is Blood and Truth. This is the best James Bond style VR game you're going to play on the console, period. Like, this is exclusive, can't get on the Rift, and why am I twirling like this? Like it's like a mirage. But seriously, play this game. It's not going to disappoint you. I need to go back and play this one. It actually adds so much content to it. Please bring either a Blood and Truth 2 to PSVR 2 or make this a upgrade for VR 2.0. That'd be sick. Alright. Up next is Nioh Collection. This is Nioh 1 and 2. Nioh 1 and 2 are some of the best Dark Souls clones, I would say. These games are tough. They're a lot more faster with the combat, so if you're more into this faster combat, this might be for you. It is downright tough, though. Don't be fooled by this game. You will get one shot in this game. This is a challenging game. Seriously, pick this up. The collection is usually very expensive, but if you can catch it on sale for 20, 30 bucks, it's definitely worth it. It's also in 120 frames as well, and the PS5 graphics are breathtaking. Seriously. Okay, before I get a lot of questions for this next game, I have not played this yet, and I'm planning on playing this in September, and I'll tell you why. Get ready. The Last of Us Part 2. I blame Pokemon once again. I love Pokemon, but it's definitely a true problem when it comes to why I haven't played this. This game has been out for, I don't know how long now, but I have not played this. Maybe a year? It's coming to PS5. Or no, it's not coming to PS5. I'm going to play this right after Last of Us Part 1 when it gets remastered. Going straight to Part 2, and we're going to play it all through. And I cannot wait for this. I've been wanting to play this for the longest time now. Alright, up next is Persona Dancing All Night. I would say the Persona 3, 4, and 5 Dancing Collection. This is a 6 Steelbook, or kind of Steelbook. Definitely pick this one up if you find it on sale. It's pretty hard to find now, physical. But if you like Persona, you like rhythm, similar to Melody of Memory. Left Kingdom Hearts out that time, but I just said it. Alright. Seriously, like Melody of Memory, you love this game. The Persona music is great. Definitely pick this one up. Alright, up next we have Skyrim. I just talked about this being not as good as Witcher, and Anniversary Edition, PS5. I personally think this is better in VR. Couldn't stand the graphics on the PS3 360. I know it's old. Trust me, I know it's an older game. I definitely could not stand some of the aspects of this game. I thought the story was bland. I thought obviously the combat was whacked. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Like, but I'm giving it a chance on PS5. See? This is PS5. I want to see it at its best way possible. And we're going to talk about this sometime down the road. Definitely, we'll play it. Up next is Hades. I'm not talking about the guy from Hercules. No, I can't do his voice. You'll have to wait for that for a different time. Hades. This is a really tough game, I heard. And that's why I picked it up. Got it for really cheap on a GameStop sale. That's that. Up next is Grid Legends. I have been top at a couple Grid games in the past. And Dirt games. And that's where the Midnight Club origin came from. I'll make a video about that sometime down the road. But this game right here is one of the... probably one of the most disappointing Grid games from what I played. I will definitely give it more time. I've put about 5-6 hours into this. It's not a bad racing game, but it definitely has some weird aspects to the actual modes. And if you played it, you probably know what I'm talking about. Up next is Shin Megami Tensei. Oh my goodness, I said it right! Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Probably said that part wrong, but that probably did wrong. Whatever. Okay. This game is like Persona. This is what started Persona. Need to play it. Did test it out. The graphics are not the greatest for an upgrade. But you're not going to play this anywhere else better unless it's PC, obviously. Is it on PC? Let me know in the comment section below. I do need to play this some more, though. Up next is a racing game that I can tell you right now is probably the best in the Hot Wheels series and probably one of the best racing games in a very long time. This is Hot Wheels Unleashed. Got a nice steelbook here at Walmart when it first came out. I platinumed this game. It's pretty tough. I should have probably made gameplay about this. I was playing it a lot during even with Pokemon, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually want to go back and play the DLC. But guys, if you didn't see the video, this game is only $15 right now. So make sure you grab this one. It's a no-brainer. They added Batman, monster trucks, which, I mean, it's okay. Then they just did the Looney Tunes. I'm Urban Martian. I cannot wait to play the Looney Tunes DLC. Stay tuned for that. I will definitely be playing a lot more of this soon. Okay. And I platinumed it, like I said. Alright, Shadow of the Colossus, a remake of the Shadow of the Colossus game for the PS2. A very, very different style game. Personally glad I finally played this. The boss fights are very unique. Didn't get too far, got like 5th or 6th boss fight, but it's very immersive for sure. Up next is the Eagle Flight VR. If you've ever been to Disney World, which it's been about 10 years since I've been there. If you ever played Disney World, they need to bring Disney Quest to VR. That needs to happen. This right here is one of the most breathtaking games, like Soarin', the ride Soarin' in Disney World. It's not much more I can say. Up next is Tales of the Arise. I have not played this yet. Okay. A lot of games are going to hear that, but some games are not. Tales of Arise looks to be the best Tales in a series. That's what I'm hearing. And it looks to be a little more combat focused. Up next is Ghostwire Tokyo. I picked this up with the a sale I did a while ago in a video, and I haven't played this yet. This is a problem. More recent game, obviously you're going to see that. Ghostwire Tokyo here is one of the most unique games out right now. Up next is a VR game I also bought digital, and I'm probably going to sell physical. It's Sariento VR. It's like the Matrix in VR, not much more I could say. It's pretty immersive though, pretty immersive. Here we go. I have to say it this time. Kingdom Hearts Collection. I'm not going to say any more about this because I have like 5 different versions of this. Oh boy! Okay. Up next, we have Horizon Forbidden West Steelbook Edition. This is a pretty sick Steelbook. And honestly, I'm going to play this really soon. Because Horizon 1, I hear a lot of people say the same as I do. It's not really the greatest game. But Horizon 2 really builds upon that in so many ways. Can't say much more about it, but this is one of the games I'm going to play soon. Up next is Lost Judgment. This game has been a game I want to play as well. Lost Judgment. I haven't even played Judgment yet, so we can't even really say too much about this, but it's like Sleeping Dogs and Yakuza from what I've heard. That's why I picked it up. Up next is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, another game just like Skyrim I haven't really played back in the day due to I know the graphics back then on 1 were so bad, but 2 and 3 I couldn't really jump into, and I just really wasn't into those kind of games back then as well, so keep that in mind. Mass Effect Trilogy, I need to play this trilogy. I've loaded the games in, they look great, we're good to go. I should probably play this soon. Okay, up next is Nier Replicant version 1. Whatever it says. I actually will bring the other one up with it since they're next to each other. Both Nier games are desperately need to be I need to play these games soon. I'm a KH fan. This time I didn't say it. I am a huge fan and I need to play these games. They are very similar from what I've heard in certain ways. Obviously not the same at all, but they're different and similar in certain ways. these games I need to play soon. So I haven't really played them. I played the demo Nier, and it was fun when I first played it. But yeah, that's it. Okay, here we go. Another game I haven't played. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is the Gold Edition. This is probably the biggest Assassin's Creed with content besides Valhalla, what they've done with that game. I want to play this so bad, but this is a game I'm going to have to find time for. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey Gold Edition. Up next we have Zero Escape Collection. I'm not going to go too much into this because it's going to spoil it, but this is like Danganronpa in certain ways. It's a visual novel, but it's got gameplay. I did one ending. It's very fun. I need to go back to this. Up next, we have Resident Evil Village. I cannot wait for one big thing about this game, and that's they're adding it to PSVR 2. So probably 7 might make the cut, or it might not because they're focusing on this. This is probably one of the most unique Resident Evil games from what I played. I got like an hour or 2 in, and I'm not going to say too much, but those witches are creepy as hell. Okay, next, Judgment. Can't talk too much about it because I just said the other one I haven't played. Yep. Of course. Up next we have Watchdogs 2 and Legion right here. Watchdogs 2, definitely one of the weirdest ones in the series. But if you want to talk about weird, Legion is probably even weirder. Definitely odd GTA kind of games, but they're not bad. Honestly, they're not bad. I thought this would be online only, and my biggest pet peeve when it comes to games, I do not like online only games. But this game right here, however, doesn't have that problem, which is good. So I'll probably give that some chance sometime. This one, I've only beat Watch Dogs 1. Let's just put that away. Up next is a game I only keep for the VR portion. Is Ace Combat 7 VR, obviously. It's immersive. It's very scary in the plane in VR. That's a good one. Up next is Zero Time Dilemma. Since I haven't really beaten every part of Zero non-ordinary games, I can't really play this yet, so it hasn't been loaded up even yet. Well, I installed it, but yeah, that's besides the point. Up next is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Okay, this is another game I desperately need to play soon. I need to play this, Last of Us, Persona. The list just grows. Definitely let me know how you like this game. Alright guys, up next is Assassin's Creed Rogue Remaster. Haven't played too much of it. This is a pretty good game from what I played. And I love Black Flag. It's probably my favorite one in the series. Turbo Saves the Universe. I know a lot of people like this without the VR. This is meant to be in VR in my opinion. It's very funny. It's like Rick and Morty humor. Obviously I'm more of a Simpsons and South Park kind of guy. But it's fun. It's not a bad game. Up next is Resident Evil 2 Remake. And they just put this on PS5. So if you want to see this even better, which I should probably play this soon. I haven't played it since I was a kid. And I don't remember any of it, but Resident Evil 2 is amazing. From what I played on PC, it's even amazing as well. Probably the same as the PS5 version. Resident Evil 3 upgrade, definitely. I haven't played this one for a long time, since PS1. Resident Evil 3, they updated this to PS5 as well. Definitely want to check that out soon. Up next is Alan Wake. I've not played this for more than 30 minutes, and the reason why I picked it up because it's by Remedy, and you know Max Payne's involved with this kind of game. Obviously, this isn't Max Payne. I've been told that in the comments before, so thank you so much for letting me know. Obviously, I know it's not Max Payne, but it definitely feels like it's in that universe. That makes sense. I love Max Payne. Cannot wait till that collection comes out. Up next is Saints Row 3rd. The complete edition. I love Saints Row the 3rd. I've grown to love this game. I do not like 4 at all. Cannot wait for that reboot to come out next month. Definitely going to be doing stuff with that on the channel. I love Saints Row 2 the most, so let's see what happens with that. But this is a great game. It's very funny. 4 really took itself and just lost its mind. Up next is Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal. Played a lot of Doom. Doom's fun. Doom in VR is pretty good. Makes me nauseous, but Doom Eternal, very fun game. From what I played, has a lot of gore in it. A lot of great music, and the boss fights are epic. Up next is the Grid game I can definitely recommend. I actually have a world record on a couple races in this game. Probably not anymore, but Grid, this one feels much more of an arcade racer. I love this game. Probably should have went back and platinumed it. I just kept focusing on the same levels over and over again. Up next is Yakuza 2. I have not played Yakuza 2 yet, so that's that. Up next is Borderlands 3. This is the Gold Edition. I've had this since launch. I played a little bit of it. They upgraded to PS5. Let's get this, guys, on PSVR 2, so I can definitely pop this in and enjoy this more than I probably would without it. This is definitely gonna need it. Like Tiny Tina needs it, this needs it. Up next we have Death Stranding, a game I have not even loaded up yet. I hear it's slow, but that's not why I haven't played it. I just have not played it. Up next is Sackboy Adventure. Sackboy's Adventure, a big adventure. I should have known what this was called. Nicole likes this game. It's one of her games she plays from time to time. Little Big Planet 4 should come out soon. This is fun though, from the time being. Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus. Obviously, I'm going to get comments saying you should platinum this. No, there's no way I'm platinum this, or should I? But seriously, this and Crash 4 would be a nightmare. I loved Wolfenstein 1. I actually beat the game. This one I have not played yet, though, but I definitely played the first one. Up next is Shadow of War. If you like the Arkham games, you're going to love Shadow of War because it's the same style combat, except it's with a sword. Obviously, it's different. It's got a really cool chess aspect to it with enemies. Obviously, it sounds weird on paper to some people, even myself when I heard it, but it's definitely a really fun game. First one definitely is a fun game, too. I've grown to love it more and more. Up next is Metro Exodus. This is kind of a, I would say, mutant-style, first-person, post-apocalyptic game, I would say. It's breathtaking on PS5. Definitely pick it up on PS5, find it on the cheap. Great game. Played about 2 hours of it, and it's scary. Up next is Medieval. This one is a classic for the PlayStation 1. I have not played the remake. Nicole's put about 7 to 10 hours into this one. I've watched her play some of it, so I don't spoil it for myself, but this is a very charming game, and it brings it back pretty well. Up next is Spyro Reignited Trilogy, another game that's from my childhood. Have not touched the Spyro games on the new generation consoles, or back the other generation consoles, which is pretty sad because it's not even on PS5 and I haven't played it. But I haven't played this. I was focused on Crash too much. I need to play Spyro games. I love Spyro as a kid. Up next is, if I had to pick one Star Wars game to play on any console, it would be Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order, because I love Dark Souls and I love the older Star Wars stuff, and I put it into this game pretty well. I've played a decent amount of this game, and it's challenging, and I love how challenging this game is. I need to go back and beat it and probably platinum it. It's a free upgrade to PS5, so there's that. This is another game that I'm upset I haven't played yet. Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Launch Edition. Beat Spider-Man 1 on PS4. Love this, one of the best Spider-Man games I've ever played. I platinumed it, which isn't really saying too much about that. But this is a big upgrade in terms of combat and all kinds of stuff. Have not played Miles Morales yet. This is insane. I don't even know what to say at this point. Up next is Guardians of the Galaxy. I was testing this out to see if I liked it, see how it was. It's fun. It's funny. It's like Mass Effect. I don't know too much more about it, but Guardians of the Galaxy has always been humorous. And yeah, this is something I might want to play soon. Up next is Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. I played this a lot on the 360. This is a really fun boss fight style game. Great combat. Graphics are actually not bad from back then, to be honest. So they're not bad on this at all. Not the biggest upgrade, but it's obviously a port, so what can you say? Up next is Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4 is a very underrated game in the series. Far Cry 4 is nowhere near as good as 3. I did beat this. It's definitely not the best in the series. It is underrated, I would say, in certain ways, but in other ways, I don't know. Okay, up next is Batman Telltale. I did mention earlier in the video, which was probably an hour ago, that I love Telltale Enemy Within, so this is the first one. This one's also like the animated series. Up next is Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1. Beat both these games, platinum this one. Love the Dark Souls games. You'll see videos of this definitely down the road. I am a huge Dark Souls fan. Love them. Love the Souls games. Alright, so guys, up next we have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. And this is probably a game I should have played way before now. This game got all the DLC. I mean, he's from that game I'm not going to mention for the 50th time. I really need to play this game. I played about 3 hours of it, and it's amazing. But that Pokemon word definitely took over, and it's why I haven't played it. Like I said, I love Pokemon. I'm still going to collect and stuff. I'm going to still make videos. I'm going to be focusing on this channel a lot more. So, Final Fantasy Intergrade, that's that. Up next, Far Cry 6. Put about 4 hours into this, and this is a great game. This is a really good villain from what I've seen. The mission variety is great. It's got all the good stuff in it. This was kind of derailed by something, though. And you're probably thinking, is it Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts? Nope. It had to do with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy on the PSN when it first came out. The most broken thing, I still loved it though. And I still to this day love the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Vice City, and 3 I'm not a big fan, but Vice City and San Andreas are my favorite games. Stay tuned for that on the channel. Far Cry 6, nonetheless, a great game. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Platinum did when it first came out. Burnout Paradise is a great Burnout game. Can we please, for the love of Burnout, bring Burnout Revenge Remastered. Best one in the series, hands down. Let it happen. EA, if that's who even makes it anymore. I know they did before. Takedown's great, but please bring it. This is a great game. I love the takedown stuff, aspect and stuff. Next is Persona 5. I did mention I beat this. This is the other version of the base game. Look at that amazing Steelbook. I already talked about beating it, so we can skip that. Next is Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2, I did beat this game, and here is a fun fact. I actually beat this game with all stealth and not killing anybody. The first time around, That's how much I was into gaming before. This was back in 2017. I really love this game. This is one of the best in the series, for sure. Alright guys, we have Modern Warfare remake, I would say. Cannot wait for the second one. I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan. Nicole's more of a Call of Duty fan. I personally like the Modern Warfare games better. It's fun. Seriously, it's fun from what I played. Cannot wait for the second one, so I will go back and actually beat this game. Up next is Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. Have not played this in a while. I actually got about 10 hours into this, and this is a really interesting game. Puzzles, combat's a little too easy, but the story's not too bad. The villain's a little odd, but if you like Ni no Kuni 1, I'm sure you're going to like 2, and I need to go back and play this. Oh, this is World of Final Fantasy. We have all the DLC for this. Nicole's played this one a lot. It's like turn-based Final Fantasy. It does have Sora in it, which we already know where he's from. This is definitely a game she really likes, though. I need to actually play that one, though. Up next is Far Cry. I love Far Cry games. A lot of Far Cry games. Far Cry New Dawn. This is the only Far Cry game I have never played before, so I need to play this. Next is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm a little behind on the Assassin's Creed games. I still need to play Odyssey. This game, I still need to play. They have Ragnarok now. What's next? They're going to have, like, Assassin's Creed Japan, which should have came out, like, what, like 7 years ago. Spoiler alert. But seriously, I need to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Odyssey. Alright, up next we have Returnal. I did play this for a little bit, and this is challenging and very addicting. It's a rogue-type shooter game, but it's not much I can say else about this game than it's very challenging, and it feels like Destiny, but done right, if that makes sense, with like a mix of Dead Space. Up next is Star Wars Vader Immortal. This is immersive when it comes to virtual reality. If you want immersive gameplay, this is it. Not much more I can say about it. It's very short though, so keep that in mind. Pretty expensive, isn't it? Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. I actually do not dislike this game. I actually played a lot of this game. I was testing it out to see if I liked it. Could not get off of it. It's very hard. This game's difficult. It's much more difficult than Sniper Elite. The sniping cam is my favorite thing about it. Not much more I can say about it, but I cannot wait to go back and play it. This game, however, is probably one of the worst Spike Chunsoft game ever. This is Zenkai Zero. I played about 10 hours of this, and I probably could have literally used those 10 hours and played something else. This is horrible. Do not buy this game. Up next is Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition. Yeah, I have not gone to this game since 2015 or something, and I kept it because of the VR. Yeah, it's much more I can say about it, but Star Wars in VR is cool. Up next is Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe Edition. We need to stop bringing these games online. They did it with so many games. Obviously, we didn't have The Division back then, but they did it with Ghost Recon. They did it with so many games. They did it with Rainbow Six. We had Vegas. What happened to that? They're going to ruin Splinter Cell, and I'm so worried about that. Up next is Catherine Full Body. This is a very, very unique puzzle, story-driven, Persona-style game. I cannot wait to play this. Definitely a Steelbook that you would definitely see as a definitely different. But if you know what Catherine is, you know it's one of the most underrated games of the last generation. I definitely think the puzzles in this game are some of the toughest. Up next is Persona Strikers. I am not a fan of Dynasty Warriors. I'm not a fan of any of those kind of games. But I do love Hyrule on the Switch. I love, from what I played this game, Persona and Hyrule and Dynasty Warriors can fix it in 2 seconds. Up next is a game I need to go back and play, but I beat this game. Before we continue, I beat Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the best Rockstar games of all time. Great story, great mission variety. They need to bring it to PS5, and they do need to bring Red Dead Redemption 1 to PS5 as well, as a remake or something. Shouldn't be doing Last of Us 1 again and again. Bring Red Dead. Just bring Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. I cannot wait to go back and play it. I'm going to platinum that game. Best believe it. Next is Mortal Kombat Ultimate. Get over here! I love this game. Not the PS4 version I almost platinum, not the PS5. I love this game. I love Mortal Kombat. I picked this up on day one when I had the Ultimate Edition. Got a great discount on it too. But this is one of the best games. Seriously, it's on sale right now too. Mortal Kombat is my favorite fighting game with Injustice. Up next is LA Noire. This is one of the most underrated gems of this last generation as well, with Catherine. I love LA Noire Remastered. I have played a good amount of it. I beat on 360 and the PS3. I must tell you something. Beat all the DLC back then. This has some extra stuff. I will definitely be playing on the channel. Stay tuned to that. Up next is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I do have its physical, I just realized it. One of the best Assassin's Creeds of all time. It has definitely grown over time to be a classic for sure. Boss fights are great, story's great, mission variety is actually great too. Up next is a game a lot of people will say is either great or bad. I'm going to go with the middle range because I'm a GTA fan. GTA, San Andreas, and Vice City I mentioned a little bit ago. I love Grand Theft Auto. This is, however, not even close to those games. Even 4 is better. But, picked it up on PS5. Gonna try it on PS5. I don't hate the story. It's not bad, but it's not a Grand Theft Auto style story in my opinion in terms of caliber level. But Grand Theft Auto 5 has the best mission variety in the series, easily. Online, I know a lot of people when we play this. I probably will give it a chance eventually. I need to play a lot more of this, to be honest. This is crazy. I played more GTA 4 online, which is just not even normal at this point. I am going to be doing a lot of Grand Theft Auto on the channel. Like I said, I've beaten like 5 times for sure, but the actual story does not hold up to Vice City or San Andreas. Next is Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. Turn-based style Yakuza game. Very interesting from what I played. You do not need to play the other ones to play this. And it's actually got English dub, which is crazy. So that's awesome. Up next is Trials Rising. This is the Gold Edition. This is a very challenging game. If you like Turbo or Trackmania Turbo and games like that, this is like that. It's very challenging. I heard that Platinum's difficult too. Up next is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I've gotten pretty far on the PC version. Not too much on the PS4 version. But this actually feels like a PS5 game, what they've done. What they said they did on PS5 to this game, it actually feels like it. Sekiro is tough as nails. I see people quitting this game, trading this game when it first came out because of the difficulty. You best believe we're going to be playing this on the channel. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Up next is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. From the disastrous Tony Hawk 5 came this awesome collection. Please bring Tony Hawk Underground and American Wasteland. And Underground too, obviously. Do not mess around with any Pro Skater 4 is obviously a classic. But just bring them all. Just bring them all. Don't bring 5 back. Just leave that in the vault somewhere. The crappy vault. But seriously, this is a great collection. Cannot wait till I do more with the other ones. We have a couple games left. Up next is Final Fantasy 10 and 10 2. This is the direct opposite game of Kingdom Hearts when it first came out. They did rival each other in the early 2000s, and I definitely need to play this. I have never played this. This is an issue. Seriously, this is an issue. I haven't played this in 2 decades. That's a problem. Up next is Cyberpunk 2077. I was waiting for this to come to PS5. It came to PS5. Have I played it? No. I will play it soon, though. I played a good amount of it when it first came out. It was broken. And then I played it on PS5. Or PS4 Pro. It was a lot better. But I cannot wait to play on PS5 because it's made by one of the best underrated companies in the business. CD Projekt Red made Witcher, so I definitely need to play it. We have 2 games left. Iron Man VR, definitely immersive, definitely fun. Can't say too much more about it. Let's hope they bring another VR game with the Avengers this time. And last, but certainly not least, I'm going to probably get a lot of questions about this one. If you made it this far in the video, appreciate it. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, like this video, comment down below, and stay tuned for more videos. But let's finish off with this. Elden Ring. I played about 15 hours of this game. This is one of the best games of this year. Why am I saying you're probably going to ask me questions? Because I haven't played it since the day or week, the first week it came out. And I blame those cards. Those cards, man. You cards. These cards are the problem. No, seriously though. I have to go back and play this. And it's going to happen soon. So Elden Ring is one of the best games of this year. Hands down. Let's hope Gotham Knights or Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy can rival this. Because I think Gotham Knights has got a chance. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. That's well over 120 games. Woo, that was a long video. Thank you for sticking around this far. Definitely consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this. Stay up to date for more videos by hitting the notification bell. Like this video. Stay tuned for more content. This channel, we are growing. We're over 100 subs. Thank you so much. Best believe this is going to continue being very consistent on this channel. Gaming is going to be the biggest focus going forward with my YouTube. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay awesome, stay positive, most of all, stay safe. And if you do want to see a Pokemon channel, it'll be on the screen right here. And if you want to see an Impressions channel, which I probably showed off about 10 times in this video already, you'll see it right here. Also, more videos down below. Peace out, guys.